He pulled up his article, 1973, red 63rd block in Kansas City, Kansas. If you want to learn about salvation, come to church.
But now that we talking about that homosexual act that they did in that group, what are they doing? What are they doing? He brought his gay ass back over this time, didn't he? He can't address this. You understand? Read it again.
It's fight! It's fight! It's fight! It's fight!
The Courier and press also reported that George Lewis, using the name Gadal Ben Israel, has been connected. He was connected with who? With the Israel, with the what? With the Israel, with the what? With the Israel united in Christ. Now what you gonna say about that? Now them sisters gotta pack up and leave.
You better not move! You better not move! You better not move! I got police! You better not move! You better not move!
Stand still, bro. Stand your ass still. Stand your ass still, bro.
Oh shit.
You got him catch!
Man, I knew that was coming.
Yeah, man, say all praises and honor unto Yahweh.
Bashem Yoshai, Bashem Rakakodash.
And double honors to the apostles, to the elders of Grave and Stone. And shalom to all the brothers out there pushing the truth in our sincerity and our honesty. Yeah, this is a brother from the James Jamaica camp. Yashamai.
Alright.
Chapal. I don't want to touch upon this incident to take place, between ISUPK and IUIC. Right, and it's another thing I would say, in spirit now, and these things basically, for sure, because you have good example and you also have bad example, because you have IUIC, IUSUPK as showing, as we said out in Jamaica, show with IUIC, right? So it cause a little, tension between the two of them, and then they're so close, and it lead to, physical, as I say, altercation, right? And one of the things we see, one thing we noticed about the whole video overall, is that IUIC, you have a lot of them, about 20 or so, amount of them, and at one of them that basically try to, to cool on the thing and stop it, right? Them all, into it, right? And this truth, we basically represent who on the earth right now. Yahushua, we're basically ambassadors of Yahushua. And we do that now, we basically get the ministry blame. And 2/3 our people, these are things that a lot of them like to see. See us fighting against each other because the society don't teach us about harder, and how basically we're supposed to live together as one and basically be brotherly. Right? The scripture will teach us it. So 2/3 see that them like to see it. And also Esau, Edom and these heathen nation. So IUIC and ISUPK do this now, cause the ministry for basically get blamed. Right? Scripture, brother?
This is Matthew 10 and verse 16.
Go on.
So I send you, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves.
Go on, say, Lord send us as sheep in the midst of wolves. Right, go on.
Be ye therefore wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove.
So this is one of the things that the scripture teach us. We're supposed to be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove, especially in a time like now. With all different type of madness, wickedness put as good thing and good thing put as bad thing. Right? And in this case now we're speaking about, the incident will take place. Right? And we see in the video now the one little thing cause, a physical altercation. I believe in the video you have an IUIC will turn the chair out or something like that and cause, you know, them to start a fight. Because ISUPK that throw out on them, so them basically try, you know, to ignore the whole thing based off what was on the video. And one little thing start the fight. And it could basically be worse than that. Right? And it could be man get hurt, right? Or stab up or something, because a lot of them can carry knife and all these things. To show you, and the apostle always said you're not supposed to go on the street with a weapon. Because it could even happen. It's going to take place though.
Scripture says weapon of warfare
are not carnal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Carnal.
Yeah.
That's a carnal
That's
move.
a carnal movement.
And yeah.
Yeah, that's very carnal. See?
Just as I mentioned, can I go some?
Yeah.
This is Romans 8 and verse 6. It says, for to be carnal minded is death.
Gun.
But to be spiritual minded is peace and life.
God,
Life
right.
and peace.
God.
Right. So
God.
he said, because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh Shai.
God, so scripture say, carnal man is enmity, right, with the Heavenly Father. The quickest way to be the enemy with the Heavenly Father is carnal mind. Right, and in the video we don't see none of them try to they call the whole thing, you know. Them hit at each other. Right, because you know IUIC have no fun and ISUPK. So them go at it, you know, and they say what so do him. Put him on the floor and hey Jake. Man, come on man.
And call police.
And call police.
Yeah, and that carnal to me.
Yeah.
The scripture tell you if you have
a problem with each other.
It's
Work
like, you
it
know,
out,
sit down at council,
Yeah.
you know why, you know. So it could be resolved. But you see, these men is not in the mindset of resolving anything. You can see the carnal mind. You can see, because when men represent Yahweh Shai, when they walk the way of Yahweh Shai would, you would never catch Yahweh Shai do that.
Yahweh Shai said the way.
Right.
Right, a lot of time they even try to, you know, come at Yahweh Shai, even try to chop Yahweh Shai, you know, to start something, but then which whole thing.
The thing is that tonight,
Yeah.
even amongst, even against GMS camp, them try to come up all the while, man. See? And talk all kind of bullshit about us. And them thing there. So basically, hey, these men have a prideful spirit on them, man. So that's one of the reasons why them now go try to back down. Because the pride that them have.
God.
See?
Exactly.
The pride that them have in their mind, basically, make them push to do what them are doing. Because every man feels that them are the bad man, or feels that them are the dan, or feels that them have the poor. See?
Exactly.
So the scripture say pride cometh before a fall.
Yeah. I mean, a scripture,
Yeah.
it's a good scripture. And as the brother mentioned about pride, that's one of the things of this world. The society
Done.
we're living in right now, you know, one of the things is, especially amongst, you know, people, even out in Jamaica, we notice, it's all about proof.
Done.
Right? It's all about proof. So we prove who better. Right? So that the mindset of a lot of people, it's all about proof, you know. And if I tell them, right, you're supposed to even take the law. Yeah, when I do the scripture, it's totally different thing from the society. Right? Because the society you have a proof, so you're better. You know, it's all about compete because that's where the society push. And so the mindset a lot of Jake have. That's the reason why this even reach where there. Between the two group here. Right? Because the leader from the street is supposed to set the example, you know, for basically, you know, stop the whole thing, but we never really see that as you mentioned. That is important, you know, for basically leadership or basically be of a spiritual mind. Right? The whole thing could have be avoided. Right? But it just happen so fast. Right? You have brother?
0 to 100.
From 0 to 100, that's so fast, you know?
Yeah,
You
so,
know, think of man.
is because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh Shai, for it is not subjected to the laws of Yahweh Shai. Neither indeed can be. Right? And you know, IUIC pride themselves in the laws.
Yeah.
I say, so then they that are in the flesh cannot please Hamashiach. Right? But ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit. So if so be that the spirit of Yahweh shall dwell in you, know if any man have not the spirit of Hamashiach, he is none of his.
Right. Says you don't want the one about pride go before him.
Yeah man, can
bring it? I'm going to just bring out that one and then I can go for that. It says Proverbs 13 and 10. It says only by pride commit contention.
So only by what pride commit contention. So pride causes the whole thing to take place. between these two Hebrew Israelites. Right? So she tell him, only by pride cometh what?
Contention.
Contention. Like what happened between the two of them in the video. Right, go on?
But with the well advised is wisdom.
Go on.
Because if them well advised,
Practice the
they
scripture.
use wisdom.
Go on.
If you quell the whole thing. See? Yeah. So they want to get into that altercation and it reach where it reach.
So there is no wisdom.
Yeah. As scripture say, scripture actually tell us that soft and sound, turn it away rod. See?
Yeah, you can bring up the scripture, Proverbs 15, I believe, and 1.
Proverbs 15 and 1.
Yeah, exactly.
It says, Proverbs 15 verse 1.
1.
It says, a soft answer, turn it away wrath.
So if say, a soft answer, turn it away wrath.
But grievous word,
like
stir up anger.
Grievous word, stir up anger.
Can.
Like, you know, ISUPK, a true word, you know, and then they're so close, right? They just beat, they just close to each other, and you're throwing word. This good thing, if you walk past or if you brush against, you know, one of the basically Hebrews, one of the Israelites, them or one of them member, you could start a thing because the tension already did it. As a brother basically, I go in the scripture, right? The grievous words stir up anger. And the things that we are say, least you think will start a fight. Right?
Everybody get irate.
Everybody get basically.
No, man, I say everybody get irritated when everybody upon them, you know, so anything as
you
can trigger that off.
Anything can trigger that because already tension already be there.
Yeah, and plus you have them a teach and be a confusion.
Confusion,
Can't even make out it's a backup bunch of back and forth and
shout
shouting
out.
and
Confusion.
Can.
Total confusion in the video.
It says, verse 2, it says, the tongue of the wise useth knowledge. Alright. See? But the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness. See? The tongue of the wise. Because guess what? You can't have knowledge, but you're not wise. See? But the tongue of the wise useth knowledge, man. Yeah? You know what next piece up?
You want to bring out first. Bring out earlier on?
The Ecclesiasticus.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get it. It says Ecclesiasticus 28 and verse 11.
One.
An hasty contention kindleth a fire.
Can. Hasty contention kindle a fire. One.
Can. And an hasty fighting sheddeth blood.
Hasty fighting sheddeth blood, and that's basically a hasty fighting. Because it left for 0 to 100. Right? One little turning of a chair cause the whole thing.
Can.
So fast. Right? Because the tension they already been basically did already. So it's one little something cause the whole thing, and you can reverse it. As I mentioned earlier on. Right? But you can get stabbed up because we see camp carrying knife on them side.
Can.
So we should even that. Right? It's an example, you know, basically we can learn from. Right? The apostle always say we're not supposed to go out with a weapon. You can even reach this up. Because the carnal thing was to take place, you know, on that video. Right? Go on.
It says, if thou blow the spark, it shall burn.
God.
If thou spit it upon it,
God.
it shall be quenched.
God.
And both these come out of thy mouth. See? So you say if you blow the fire,
Yeah.
it will go blaze.
Yeah.
If you spit upon it, it will go quench.
God.
So you see, as I said, the scripture even say the sour pants are turned away the rod.
God. The
See?
previous words to
Yeah.
anger, exactly.
When scripture say about coming from the tongue, or something like about coming from, yeah, what precept we say? You know if I say for life and death, something like that.
Life and death is in the power of the tongue.
In the power of the tongue. Yeah. Yeah.
1 Corinthians 14 and 40. It says, let all things be done decently and in order.
God, Jesus said, let all things be done decently and in order. And we see if there is total disorder. Right? They are shouting. The ones, you know, are shout who can go low down who. We see I go on for the video.
She's right.
Right? So totally madness and then go down to the next side, you know, and do them thing. And they're so close. Right? And they're two different, you know, doctrine.
She's right.
Right? Go on. And a lot of Jake, you know, have a mindset, you know, tell them certain things, you know, ask a certain thing to them, right away them basically
Gone.
ready to basically fight. So it's a thing we have to learn. Because a lot of time when they jake, you know, and you say certain things to them and they get offended.
Gone.
And they fight. You know, the whole thing, you have to just use wisdom and scripture say. Right, you just stop it right there. So. Right, you know, but pray long, because you don't say it reach that level of a start. You know?
Yeah.
Gone.
Some farmer, you know, thing between you and him, you don't stop it because that's Jacob.
A man think he might lose or he might look away if him walk, he might look like a punk if him walk.
Yeah,
away
so
and
it alone.
things.
Right.
But there's even greater than that, even more than, you know what I mean, toe into toe to toe with the next man. Right. Foolishness.
Jacob say, oh, you're
soft,
you're weak.
Soft. You let them drive you off of the corner.
Yeah.
Because you have brothers in GMS where IUIC, ISUPK come up, you know, and try to. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you have even the elder brother Manatazak out there in South Carolina.
Gone.
When there was a brother a camp set up like, you know, a couple of distance from him. And you know, I preach and it him a hear back everything and it cause confusion. Him there son the brother and go over there and say, you know, look, we set up as a first and such and when him see it say it get away.
Yeah, you just leave it.
Right, and leave it and walk.
My moment just see it reach to the point like, you know, it's like ready to go back and forth, like there's that energy there. Start rise, you just left it.
Yeah, you can't feel it, and you feel it.
Yeah, if I feel to go reach so, you know, you can't deal with it no more. Now reach to a different level.
Alright, see what I'm bring out I'm straight, yeah? Alright. Final one?
One more,
Let's
bring
bring
out scripture and close out.
Final? This is Matthew 10, verse 23.
What?
It's about when they persecute you in this city, flee ye into another. For verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the city of Israel till the Son of Man be come.
Gone. Right, and this whole thing could have easily be avoided, as you mentioned. Right, IUIC could have go down the more ISUPK could have go down to the further, down somewhere with them now hear each other's voice that loud. The whole thing could have easily be avoided, but you know it's all about proving. Right, because this world, you know, this world teaches us, you know, prove who better and who better.
Gone.
Right, that's what basically society teaches us, but when I did the scripture, a total different thing.
When you see that brings
right. Scripture teaches us how we're supposed to take it lower. At times, you know, certain things happen. Scripture says, suffer yourself to be defrauded. Right? Total different thing we have the scripture. You can bring a scripture for me, brother?
Take the lower seat, man.
Yeah, take it lower. But the society is all about who better and who can prove say them, you know, they're better. It's how basically what the society teaches us. Right?
Let's burn that one, do that one before. Let's do that. So Proverbs 18 and 6, it says, a fool's lips enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes. You go into the word strokes, it actually tells us from the Hebrew word, it says mahala. It's from the Hebrew word ma. It says strokes or blows. See? Yeah, the word strokes are going to blows. It says to smite or strike. See? And so it basically tells us a fool's lips enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes. See? So in that case, you know, hey, your lips and things make you enter in a contention with a man, and you know basically it stir up all kind of hunger, and then basically as we said, man, I got prove who are the better one, or who are the more, or who can, or who are the, you know, so who better than who. So basically when you check your levels, it can end up in a fighting. See? So blows are gonna come in at that point. Yeah?
Alright, this is 1 Corinthians 6, we can start verse 6. It says, but brother, go to law with brother, that and that before the unbelievers.
Go on, so read that verse up more.
The verse up, yeah.
Yeah.
It says, I speak to your shame, right? Is it so that there is not a wise man among you?
Go on, like what take place in this video. Right? You know, none of them will basically try to, you know, stop the whole thing. Right? All at each other.
Alright.
Right, go on.
So no, not one that shall be able to judge between his brethren. So, but brother going to law with brother, right? That before the unbelievers.
Right.
So now, therefore, there is utter a fault among you, because ye go to law one with another.
And in this case, if I go to the police, I will wait for the police to come.
Right.
Say, subdue. Right, subdue him till the cop arrive. Right? Go on.
Why do ye not rather take the wrong?
Right.
Right? Why do ye not rather suffer yourself to be defrauded?
Right. So we had the scripture that total different thing from this world. Right? This world you have to prove. So either you can make indeed or someone. Right? And at the time, you have certain fighters, certain people get put to death. Even out here in Jamaica. And the main reason why is because who? Bribe.
Luck and then black
Right, jail. You know, basically tell if you prove, say your brother, and you don't get put to death, yo. Because that's the way the society push. Right, but the scripture tell us total different something. Right, we avoid the whole thing, if you can. Right, not saying if, you know, a man come for basically, you know, hurt you, you're supposed to defend yourself. Right, I'm not saying that. Right, but certain things can be avoided, yo. Avoid it, yo. Right? Scripture finish? That's it. And so with that, I say all praises and honor unto Yahweh, and double honors to the apostles, to the elders of Graham and Stone, and shalom to all the brothers and more they push me through, in our sincerity and in all honesty. Shalom.
Shalom.